Which brings us to the global defence picture. Let's look at some facts and figures. UK consulting firm Deloitte recently released a snapshot of the worldwide defence industry. Everyone plans to spend more going forward. The US, China, India, France, Russia, Japan, the Middle Eastern countries, the United Kingdom, name the country, and the defence budget is expected to rise significantly between now and 2025. China's defence budget is projected to grow by 9 to 10% every year. India slightly lesser. The Deloitte report says that this will lead to further growth in the global defence market. Rising geopolitical tensions across the world have only added fuel to the fire. The rough size of the global defence market was around $6 billion in 2014. By 2023, that figure is estimated to touch $10.5 billion, and a bulk of this amount will be spent on developing missile defence systems. So why are countries spending so much money on defence when concerns over poverty, education and healthcare still remain big? The reason is simple. Countries around the world believe that security is still a major issue. As a country's economy grows in size, its security spending also rises. The US spends the most on defence. Ideally, it should cut down its spending, but it spends 54% of its fiscal budget for military utilities. And that's not all. The US accounts for 37% of the overall share of defence spending around the world. The global defence market also has its share of challenges. One major challenge is profitability growth. The second is fiscal prudence. To tackle this, several countries are focusing on defence exports and foreign investment in this sector. Let's take the case of India. Defence exports have more than doubled to nearly 11,000 crore rupees in the last financial year alone. This is because of the recent policy liberalisation and access to the American market. The Indian government is all set to introduce a new general export license plan. This plan will allow Indian companies to export certain equipment to specific countries. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is also planning to launch an open general export license project. The plan is aimed at giving India further access to the global defence market. India also needs to import defence equipment to keep pace with others. The US, Russia, Israel, the European Union, these are some of the biggest defence partners of the Government of India. There is a strong reason for this renewed interest in defence markets. There are opportunities. Technological innovations, the push for automation, artificial intelligence, they're all tipped to be game changers. The country that cracks the code of producing automated, cost-efficient defence equipment is likely to gain heavily in the coming years. And this has become more of a necessity than an act of exhibition or extravagance. Look around the world, every region is filled with disputes. Here we should look at the countries that are spending the most on defence. 60% of global military spending comes from just 5 countries. And that list has India, yes. The US leads the list. It is followed by China, Saudi Arabia, India, France, Russia and the UK. There are newer markets available now. Trump's efforts to force NATO members to spend more on defence has caused a ripple effect. Europe is spending more on defence, more than ever before. The equipment produced in Europe will make the defence marketplace a more level playing field, we understand. A CIPRI report shows that this trend is likely to continue. The only exception is Africa. In Africa, the defence market is shrinking. To put it simply, the global defence market is gearing for booming growth. That market is what India wants access to.